everybody, welcome to another episode of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I will be your host today, Mr. Rogers. You may recognize me from such videos as Wrecking Ball or the Beyonce Dance-Off. Today, we have a bit of a longer video going on because we've got a lot of stuff to go through, so we'll get right into it. First thing is going to be abs for mobility, all right? We've done a lot of kind of that anterior chain core, so I wanted to try and start out, squeeze the butt, and ooh, get yourself up there, okay? Make sure you're keeping that butt cheek squeezed the whole time, and then we're just trying to make sure you find a stretch to the abs, and then come back down, and we'll do about 8 to 10 of these guys, just make sure that butt cheeks are squeezed the whole time, okay? Second one is gonna be what we call the tactical frog stretch. It's gonna be kind of for your adductors and kind of your hips, all right? So we're gonna start yourself off in kind of like a squat position almost, except you're on your hands and knees. And then I want you to make sure your feet are down on the floor, okay? So your ankles are kind of collapsed in, and then let those knees cave out. Okay, now from there, I want you to sit your hips back, and oh boy, you can feel that stretch kick in right away, all right? So just want to hold this, and then we'll come back forward to come out of it, and then sit back again. And just trying to keep that kind of neutral spine. We don't want to be craning ourselves into full extension, but we don't want to be kind of cratering down into kind of that mashed potatoes position either, okay? So just kind of sit back and forth. We'll do about 10 of these. And if you start to feel like things loosen up, then just push those knees out. We kind of get those feet out a little bit as well, and then we'll keep on going, okay? So there's our mobility for today, and then we'll get into doing some of our structural balance stuff. Okay, first movement, it looks really simple, but it's kind of a sleeper. We're gonna go barefoot for this one, all right? Because see, my foot position is fairly important, all right? Now, when we're doing this, we wanna really concentrate on not having a collapsed arch, okay? A lot of us kind of, when we're walking, we kind of let our ankles kind of squish down and in, and I want you to really think about keeping an active arch on this one, okay? Now, to start, we're gonna go down into kind of our single leg deadlift or Romanian deadlift kind of position, and then from there, we're gonna open up our hips and kind of squeeze that bottom butt cheek, get nice and tall, and then we're gonna slowly bring ourselves back down and try to drop, keep that balance, there we go, drop that hip down to the opposite knee, okay? And then open things right back up, okay? So you can see with how much I'm struggling, this is actually quite a difficult movement, and I want you to go through 10 per side, all right? After that, we're gonna go into calf raises, okay? So find a step, you'll have your feet up, and I want you to do 3 positions. You're gonna have feet straight forward, feet turned out, and feet turned in. Let your heel drop, push up. Heels drop, push up, 10, and then toes turned out. Woo, balance. Push up, and then toes turned in for 10 as well, okay? And you are going to do 3 sets through your airplanes and through your calf raises, okay? Now, from there, we're gonna go into the WOD. Today, we are really focused on quality movement and not so much about intensity and speed, okay? So 5 rounds for quality. First movement is a single arm push-up slide, okay? So for that, Chris is gonna come into the shot here. And for this, you're probably gonna use your towel or some pillows you have lying around. And there's 2 variations for this. You can go from your push-up position, and then you're gonna slide one arm out and kind of lower yourself down into that push-up, and then pull yourself back in, and then other arm goes out, and then bring yourself back in. Okay, this is the harder variation, or you can drop your knees, and then do the same idea, just with a little less weight from those knees. Okay, so each time you reach out is 1. Okay, so you're only going to be doing 6 per side. All right. Next movement is just a bent over fly. Okay, so don't need a whole lot of weight for this one. This is kind of one of those ones that you could use a soup can, or you could use like a Lysol container, 2-liter bottle of milk. Okay, and then all we're gonna do is just retract the shoulder blade and then just lift that arm straight up to the side. Okay. Just like that. So we're just looking to feel that shoulder blade squeeze into the spine. And we want to make sure that we're trying to, once again, squeeze that shoulder blade down and into the butt cheek. We don't want to get all super trappy on this one. And then I like to kind of think about keeping a good hard grip with your ring finger and pinky finger. Just going to help keep those lower back muscles kind of working a bit more. Okay? Or mid back, sorry. All right? That's going to be 12 per side. All right? Now from there, we're starting to get into some funky movements. Okay? So This next one is just kind of like a 3-position squat tap. So going on to one foot, and what I want you to do is you're just trying to reach that foot as far as you can forward, okay? So if you have awesome mobility, you'll go right down into a full pistol, okay? If you don't have it there, that's fine, come back up. And then straight from the next rep, you go into a side one, trying to touch as far as you can, and then stand back up, all right? The key is really only just using your one leg, okay? So you're not trying to push off with this off leg. Then from there, we're gonna try and reach and touch that foot as far back as you can, and then stand back up, okay? So that's one, and so you're gonna go through each of those 5 times. So it's gonna be forward, side, back, that's 1. Forward, side, back, 2, okay? You're gonna do all of them on one side, and then you do all on the other side, okay? From there, we're gonna go into some holds, okay? So for this one, you can load up a suitcase if you want to. The heavier, the better. Make sure it's a weight that you can feel like you're working really hard, but not so much that like you feel like you're moving like crap, okay? So just a basic farmer's carry hold. So you're just holding that by your side. Make sure you're standing nice and tall, kind of keeping the ribs slightly hollowed. We don't want to be like crunching down, but we don't want to be flared up like this either. Just nice and straight, okay? So you're gonna be holding for 30 seconds per side. Once we're done that, we're gonna go right into a 30-second bear hug hold. All right, so just give them that a hold. And then once again, turn sideways. All right, let's make sure that as it gets harder, you're not leaning back and then kind of compressing that low back. We want to try and keep everything nice and straight and just get that core working a little bit harder. All right, what you might find, because you're holding that at your chest, that maybe you can't breathe quite as well. And this is really going to force you to start to breathe more with your stomach muscles, your diaphragm, instead of that big like chest breathing, kind of like using your neck muscles to breathe. We don't want that. All right. Then from there, we're going to go into a 10-foot lateral plank crawl. Okay. So we're going to start off in your push-up position, and then all we're going to do is just crawl sideways to get 10 feet, and then 10 feet back, okay? So once again, just like yesterday's workout where you would go over and back would be 1, just the same thing. So over and back is 1, and you're doing 3 of those, okay? So you're doing 5 rounds through for quality, okay? So let's make these reps look as pretty as possible, and don't forget to smile, don't forget to be awesome. All right, stay happy, stay healthy, and have yourselves a great day. We'll see you back tomorrow.